Welcome again to the Corona Post Show here at the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup. And what a day of competition we've just watched unfold. Great performances from the world's best in the round of 32. Huge upsets. And for the hometown crowd here at Merewether, just great performances from their surfers that they're cheering on. They're willing on to victory. Luke Egan is also willing them on to victory. Great to have your company, Luke, for the post show. Good to see you too, Rich. You're all right.
Thanks, Ron.
But Luke, you must be buzzing.
So proud. So proud. We've still got young guys serving up performances like that today. Morgan is just, yeah, he'll be going for mayor of Merewether tomorrow. Well, he'll put his own ticket in anyway for it. But that was sensational. I just love the way that Morgan didn't oversurf it. He was contained. You know, he put John Florence on the ropes, and that's so impressive.
Any truth to the rumour getting around that you're going to get if there's a Newcastle winner, that you're going to get their face tattooed on your arm? No?
Well, you just come up with that then. And
No, the rumours are flying, mate.
Are they
yeah,
flying?
They're flying.
I don't know. I think Hoyo will.
I'll just
pass it on to Hoyo, and it'll happen for sure.
Hoyo's not it.
You watch my phone will text in a minute. Hoyo, just send me a text with the thumbs up emoji that you'll get the tattoo for me.
He's probably already got a Ryan Callanan tattoo. Mate, Morgan, though, the impressive thing about him, Rich, is that not long ago he was wondering whether he's going to pull the jersey on and surf. He injured his foot. We saw it was strapped during the heat, but this morning it felt okay, but he had some pretty gnarly bruising.
Yeah, some gnarly bruising. 4 days ago, he was unsure if he can compete. Today, he was like, yes, they held the contest off for 4 days. That gave me some time to recover. And sure did he recover, mate. He just went out there and gave it to the world champ. No nerves. Put in an amazing display of surfing. And, well, John, he brought it too, mate. John was on fire, bringing that small wave repertoire that he's been showing up with at Newcastle, just zipping and zapping all over the place. But Morgan just chose the better waves and really just opened up on every single one.
He was one of the best in the opening round, John Florence, and he did look sharp at times throughout. But Morgan, he just knows this break so well, Luke, and he was mistake-free.
Absolute mistake-free. Even he made a priority mistake in the end, and it actually went in his favour. And that was the only thing that was questionable in Morgan's performance. And, you know, I said this during the heat, Ron, and I just feel like the year not starting for this young rookie from Merewether was a godsend. I think he's surfing way better than what he did when he first qualified.
Not only that, we know when he did qualify at the end of 2019, he had a knee injury, so that, you know, unsure whether that would have been fully healed by the time the tour was potentially going to get underway. So he's got himself right. Despite that, he's got an injury again that he's carrying into competition. Didn't faze him at all. Have a look at the numbers. 9.03. He backed it up with another excellent score and easily got the jump on John Florence, who will have to rebound down there at Narrabeen.
Yeah, you could tell, you know, John was a little... you know, he was a little let down by himself, I think. He was a little dejected. He'd go back and watch the replay, but as champions do, he'll pick himself up again, and we look forward to seeing him at Narrabeen.
The wildcard Crosby Colapinto, impressive in the seeding round. Got the jump on Medina there. Came up against one of the favourites for the contest, Ryan Callanan, and really pushed him right to the end of their exchange, Luke.
Yeah, he did. First round was amazing by him, and it was a really tricky rocks at that time. It was right around low tide, so it was really tight and compact, and I think that really favoured Ryan Callanan. He surfed this wave a million times looking like this, and he looked really nice, and yeah, just, you know, I really think Ryan can go all the way this week.
Yeah, he definitely strung his manoeuvres together brilliantly. This guy has such a big future. Crosby proved today that he's unfazed by who he's up against, and Richie, he's so well-rounded, has the big airs that he can call on too.
He certainly does, and obviously inspired by what his brother's been doing. But in this particular heat, I felt like Ryan's backhand was really the advantage here, because he was just pivoting so tight off the bottom, drawing down the line, and when he did go to that top turn, he was just absolutely ripping the bag out of it. And just a little bit of experience and that hometown knowledge coming through. But yes, Crosby has got a huge future. You know, shades of Geordie Smith in the style, and some of his brother as well. So he's got all the ingredients there. He was another one who had an amazing season. But, well, the local crowd, they turned up and they got a 2-for-1 offer there with Ryan and Morgan getting through.
Not just the local crowd. What about this bloke? What a unit. Looks like someone I know. But, yeah, Ryan Callanan, very popular here. I mean, Morgan won the hearts of even more fans here at Merriweather, but Ryan Callanan, he is...
Do you get embarrassed when you see stuff like that?
Why would I get embarrassed?
Because it's your brother?
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought my brother had no hair.
So did I, actually.
Yeah.
I thought he didn't have any hair, too.
He's actually been enjoying the Newcastle experience, I think, more than anyone this week. I'm surprised he's still standing, but no, he's on fire. They had a big show last night for their podcast. Jeremy Flores, who got knocked out of the event, he turned up, and I think he's probably going to move to Newcastle after last night, so he's on fire. Filipe Toledo, what a great performance from him to finish off a big day of action here. He was back to his best this afternoon. Let's see how he's feeling after that big win.
Winner of the final heat of the afternoon, Filipe. It was a long day, and I see you down here watching all day. How do you save up that energy, my friend?
Oh yeah, it was hard, man. Actually, he's just wait the whole day to surf and looking the boys rip and such fun waves. So it was hard to contain myself. Just watching. I was here first light, and then I went back to the house. I came back here. It's just like frothing to go out there. And yeah, it was really good. It was fun.
Awesome. Talk to me about your variety. Do you have a favorite out of those waves?
I guess that's one really point that I try to improve every year or every event. Is just try to just put my variety in every wave. Just go for air, big turns, and just carves, or just trying to mix it up and bring to the judges what they want to see, and and what's going to be a big score. And that's a good point too. Just watching the whole day, what's going on, and how the scale is going. So you kind of go like mentally prepared to do what you're planning the whole day.
For sure. Are you making that decision as you paddle in, or are you going off feel mid-wave to stick with the airs or the turns?
Well, it's just kind of it depends on how the heat's going. If I already did like a big air on the wave before, I just try to mix it up with a big turn and or big layback snap. It depends how the heat's going, and but whenever I see a little ramp, I want to go for the air. It's hard to contain.
We certainly love it when you do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Looks like you changed up your board.
Yeah, I did. This is actually my first surf with the board. I had two exactly the same, this one and another one, and the day before yesterday I broke the one I was gonna surf in the comp, and then this one was brand new at the house. I knew it was gonna be a good one. The percentage of bad boards that Marcel shapes, it's really small, so I was really confident on it. So yeah, first surf on the board feels great. It was cool. Yeah.
First surf in that heat.
Yes, in that heat.
Amazing, incredible. Now
you.
Tell me, back in the day, you had a great result here in the QS. If I recall correctly, a bit of a priority interference there. Is that what firing you up to maybe take this thing out now?
Yeah, that was funny, man. Every time I remember that, it's really funny. Being a Grom, it's one of those mistakes. You're just like, oh my God, why? But it was actually my first ever QS. As a professional surfer, so it was really fun being in the final with Panda and surfing against big names of surfing like Gabe Kling in the semis, Taj, like all the boys,
Cruzy,
all
the big names.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was amazing. So yeah, since then, it's just kind of like, oh man, that mistake, but it's good.
Well, maybe you can go one better this year.
Yep.
You got a lot of support back home in Brazil, friends and family. Did you want to say potentially good morning to them? I think it's pretty late over there.
Yeah. Bom, valeu galera que tá torcendo aí, todo mundo que tá aí no Brasa, família, tá lá na Califórnia. Tamo junto, obrigado pela vibe, né? Tentando fazer a minha aqui, descansar bem tranquilo, se manter escondidinho aqui, né? Tentando mostrar a minha humildade e saber que sem Jesus a gente não é nada.
Thanks for the performance.
Just a scary good performance from Filipe, and you kind of get the feeling, like everyone, I think, and probably mostly the other title contenders, if he can get himself into that top 5 going into Trestles, everyone better get there early and get some practice in, because he just looks so deadly, didn't he?
Oh, that was amazing performance. He's just, we talked about his back injury, was at the end of 2019. He had a few injuries there, but it just seems like he's just gone, okay, I'm going to have a rest. And then now someone's poked the bear again. He's coming. Filipe Toledo was on fire then, and I think we're going to see more from him in this strained leg.
No doubt. But let's see a little bit more now from Morgan Cibilic, Boost Mobile, wave of the day. It was a 9.03, and you know he's going to put bigger numbers up in his career, but to put one up against John Florence is what makes this so impressive.
Just opens it up with an explosive turn off the top, gets the full wrapping cutback into the whitewash, and this was the biggest wave face turn, rail turn that we saw all day to finish off. A lot of crew were trying to go to the air, and you know, a lot of floaters onto the sand and things like that, but that was the biggest turn where he roped all the way through it, kept the line, kept the rail wet, and rode out of it perfectly, and it really framed that wave for him. And I think the judges, you know, rightly so, got really excited by it, as we did in the booth.
Yeah, super sharp. Well, we've still got the top 5, and Dimity Stoyle is once again going to take us behind the scenes here at the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup. Stick around. Welcome back to the Corona Post Show. We're going to have a look at the Surfline forecast as we move into the later stages of our event window. Luke, you've been looking at this closely. What can we expect tomorrow and over the next couple of days? Yeah,
we've seen that low pressure come off the coast, and it's been so much action in the Pacific Ocean at the moment that it's been moving around quite a bit. And as you can see right there, we've got plenty of swell on the way for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Saturday looking incredible. Look at that offshore, 10 to 15 knots. That's dream time out here at Merewether.
Yeah, we're really looking at that swell as swell lines. It kind of converts a little differently once it hits the inside here, Rich.
Yeah, when we're looking at the wave heights there, we're talking about the actual face of the wave, and you know, if you stand a 6-foot guy up against the face, you know, you're going to call it 6 foot. And there were some waves in that range out the back, and the swell charts that I'm looking at, the Surfline forecast, it looks like it is going to keep trending up in that direction by a couple more feet over the next 2 days. The exciting thing is that we have those variable winds, and we're going to see it actually shift to the offshore. It's going to get nice and smooth. The direction's going to be predominantly from the east. Little bit of north in it as well, which Louis, you know that it likes it out here. So there's going to be lots of options for our surfers, which is great news.
Sounds fantastic. We'll bring the good vibes to the commentary team here at Newcastle is Dimity Stoyle. She's also been taking those good vibrations behind the scenes.
Hey, good morning. Day 3, baby. Let's see who we can find. I thought that was you going for the early. It was terrible. I got no waves.
Well, you look at fly though in that suit.
Everything matchy. Look at that.
Woo! Gabby, what's the secret with the stickers under the glass?
Not much work to do, yeah?
Drink coffee and chill out, try run some stairs.
Nice. I reckon you just take them for some stair runs. She loved that.
Yeah, you want to go?
Stair runs.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Morning. We're back on.
We should have some fun little waves. I'm hoping
Low
someone
tide.
gets 25 waves. Not mentioning any names. Italo.
Our mornings are seen without croissants and espresso in France. Are they still okay in Australia?
They're still okay because we can hurt.
Nice.
You good? Oh, thanks. That was good. Happy to make it through. It's always good.
So you got the rest of the day off. Who are you cheering for?
Me?
Dimity Store, what a piece of gold, and just completely disarms all the athletes. And Gabriel Medina cheering for himself, his own biggest fan. It's what you need to do if you want to become world champ. But he is definitely looking deadly, and in fact, he's going to kick off our top 5 today, gentlemen, along with Italo Ferreira, the world champs. They look sharp. Both the boys from Brazil just really turn it on, and they bring a different energy when you've got kind of smaller conditions.
Yeah, for sure. Both the guys just so agile and so fast. And this was the first heat of the morning. Gabriel Medina just precision out of the lip. He even makes bad sections look good because he has so much good carry through the flats and arrives every single time in the lip with a lot of variety and just in the right spot. The pop on that was unbelievable to bring it right around. And then Italo, how many coffees did he have today?
Oh, mate, I think he was juiced up on the Red Bull, and he went absolutely hammer on the end sections himself.
Yeah, he sure did. Just like Medina, looking so light and frisk on his feet, loving the way the board's dancing across the ocean there. And Italo just bringing so much energy and froth, and a huge crowd favourite. Everyone's down here to get the autograph of Italo Ferreira.
Well, coming in at number 4 and serving in heat number 500, Adriano de Souza getting the win over Jeremy Flores. 2 veterans on the championship tour, but de Souza, it was vintage form from the 2015 World Champ.
Yes, it was, and he surfed really well. That heat went a little slow in the middle. I think we had a rain squall that changed it up a little bit, but he was really patient, picked the good ones, and put some really good turns together for a couple of great scores.
Yeah, we could even be looking at a younger 25-year-old Adriano, by the way. He was surfing and bringing the energy to this heat. And, of course, a humble world champion that he is. It was great to get him in the booth, Ron, and get some insights into sort of, you know, where his head's at. And, well, he's on his swan song year, and great to see Adriano. Maybe just one more tour win in him.
Iago Dora cracked the top 5 with a big performance this afternoon, getting the jump on Jack Freestone. Jack put a good number up against him and was celebrating the fact, but Iago, he came to entertain today.
Yeah, I think Iago was not having anything of losing this heat. He was just aggro. I can feel it, like there's a breakthrough coming with the young Brazilian. He just feels that he belongs, and he wants to really get a good result. A couple of guys like Iago are just there, and they're willing himself to win an event.
Well, we had Wade Carmichael saving himself against Griffin Colapinto, and this was a heat that went right down to the wire, really close in the numbers. Wade Carmichael, it looked like he was losing this heat until the final minute and a half, Rich.
Yeah, it was a really, really close heat, and you know, Wado had to do the work, and he snatched that last one right at the final moment. And well, this is Griff putting in a good performance as well. Just streaking down the line here, and just solid as a rock every single time. And you saw Griff just grabbing that number right at the end, exactly what he needed with the Parco-esque spray.
So a couple of big buzzer beaters there. Carmichael getting the jump on Seth Moniz, and Griffin Colapinto getting a win over Michelle Perez. But at number 1, it was the local boys stealing the show here today. Morgan, with the upset of the contest so far, eliminating John. Such a great performance. And you can hear the cheers from the crowd there.
That was incredible, so incredible to watch. Morgan off the rocks at Merriweather. Did he ever dream of this happening 12 months ago? Definitely not. And so composed. That turn there just solidifying a 9-point ride, and the Merriweather grommets there turning up to cheer him on.
Yeah, Ryan Callanan also progressing through today. He looks so sharp in the seeding round. Today, again, a solid performance, but he'll want to get back to that undeniable form that he showed on the opening day of competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And Arkel's looking in good form here, and it's those local champions that are getting through. And you know, Merriweather and Newcastle has embraced this event so much, and then the local fans are embracing their heroes, and you sort of just feel like one of them's going to do really, really well and go deep into the event, and it'd be great to see, great for the town.
Yeah, Julian Wilson also won through. So some great matchups established for the round of 16 now. It's been fun to look at them. We'll have a look at a few of them. The first one is going to be Gabriel Medina up against Frederico Moraes, and that's a really interesting heat. These guys are good travel buddies. They communicated a lot through 2019, and I think there was even noise of potentially Gabby trying to get some work with Richard Dog Marsh in this new season. Eventually ended up with Andy Irons, so it's going to be a great little clash there.
Yeah, that's interesting. And yeah, Gabby's on fire this morning. The waves were pretty fat, but he made him look so good. And Federico just willed himself to win, just kept the flow really nice. Like the wave out here, sometimes you can't muscle it. You got to finesse it a little bit and focus on your timing to get those turns right. And both those guys did that this morning.
Couple of interesting battles between fellow countrymen in that round of 16 as well. Ryan Callan and Owen Wright.
Wow.
I hope it's 8 feet.
Yeah, well, two of the strongest goofy footers on tour. You'd have to give the nod to Arkel in the air at the moment, but you know, maybe it's all going to be focused on those right-handers, so it'll be a beautiful backhand clash. Those guys are going to go to town.
And on the very bottom of the draw, Yago Dora is going to face off against Filipe Toledo, and both those guys have shown fantastic variation in the air already.
Yeah, absolutely. Their performances this afternoon. I really like Philippe's. I've missed those performances of Philippe's over the past, and I want to see him back in that form of 2018 and just putting on those ferocious performances we saw, like J-Bay and Brazil, and just yeah, I think he's back, and he wants to have he wants to have his nameplate up the top on that yellow jersey.
Once he starts collecting excellent scores, Toledo, he generally keeps running with it through an event. It's something that he's just able to do. But the entire bracket looks amazing on the men's side, and you can go to worldsurfleague.com to check it out. But now let's have a look at what's to come for the women, because we've gotten down to the quarterfinals. We know that we saw some big names fall out of the mix in Tyler Wright and Sally Fitzgibbons, but this is what's to come. Stephanie Gilmore has her hands full with the rookie Isabella Nichols. Isabella has a new confidence, and as a rookie with nothing to lose, she's got a big point to prove here.
Massive heat coming up against Stephanie Gilmore, and you know, it's good. I like seeing this really big test for Izzy, because she is in form. She's got the confidence already coming into this event, and if she can overcome Steph, she is really going to stick her flag in the sand and announce her arrival onto the tour. But this draw, to me, reeks of opportunity for both Isabella and also Bronte McCauley down there with that fourth heat against Caroline Marks.
Carissa Moore with a win in the quarterfinals will jump into the semi. She'll get the ratings lead that she's chasing, but quarterfinal number 4 for me is the heat of the quarterfinal bracket for the women. Much like Ryan Callanan and Owen Wright, we've got Bronte McCauley and Caroline Marks, in my opinion, the two best backhand surfers on the championship tour.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup, and Caroline, Louis, you've done a lot of work with her, so you know how strong she is on that backhand. So tight in the pocket, a lot of power, and Bronte, I feel like yet to really reach her opportunity and her full potential on the tour, and this is a great opportunity for her to really sort of break through.
Don't you sense, though, Luke, that this break has served a few of those battlers on both the men's and women's championship tours so well, because it's given the opportunity to them to forget results for a bit and concentrate on surfing, and I'm not sure anyone did better free surfing in 2019 than Bronte McCauley.
For sure, and we're usually looking at these surfers after just a 3-month break. And we're in March, and we're looking and going, okay, who's done what in 3 months? You can't get that much done in 3 months off. These guys have had a year. And I think it's really obvious the people that have gone out and really focused and being honest with themselves on what, okay, what are my weaknesses? You know, we've got enough time now to really work on our weaknesses and make them become strengths.
Yep.
And there's some really obvious surfers in the draw that have really gone and done that.
Yeah, and I think as a result, we're going to see amazing performances as we find our champions here at the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup presented by Corona. Thanks for joining us today. Enjoy the highlights and tune in tomorrow morning as we look to get competition back underway.
Yeah, I want to do the finals here.
Ain't nobody that can run it like this. Break bread with the best like this. Clap twice if you know what the feeling is. We're running for the life that you dreamed as a kid. Had a dream of getting bigger. One day be faster and fitter. Someday I'll be known as a winner. Yeah, the future looks bright when I look in the mirror. Said I see ya, I see ya. Ain't nobody that can beat ya. I don't know how to turn back time, but I know that I wouldn't change mine.
Black and blue, baby.
Two minutes to go. Wade Carmichael.
Fresh face with the best place to like. Said I see ya, I see ya. Ain't nobody that can beat ya. Said I see ya, I see ya. Yeah, we do it like.
He got the opportunity to open up on this one.
Yeah, we do it like.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.